Hey guys, it says we're live, so we're trying this again. Um, Hi! Today's the first day we're going to try working with the hubs in the room. We're also doing a live, so he's over there working on some things for us, and so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to flip over and we're going to go over the last chance products. Some of these are carrying over with new numbers, so don't fret on all of them. I will mention those in the video, but I'm going to go through the annual catalog first, and then I'm going to tell you what is actually leaving out of the mini catalog. It's available till the end of June, but once they sell out, they're not going to reorder anymore. So once it's gone, it's gone. So I'm going to flip you over, and actually it's going to be until the end of May. So let me flip my ugly mug off, and you can see the catalog. I am starting on page 6 of the annual catalog, and all of our Simply Citrus and Looking Up, those are retiring. Our Gorgeous Posies, retiring. The Boho Indigo. This is on page 9, and if you got the Boho Indigo set that is $70 and you really enjoyed it, it is well worth. The refill kits are $13. So I would suggest you go and get you a refill while they have them, because they're going fast. Let's see, the bundles, any of our sweet bundles like this here are Flowers for Every Season, where it has all of the blends and the stamps and the dies and all the different things. All those sweet bundles are retiring. You're no longer going to be able to get that one big ticket item and get everything with it. Some of the bundles will still be there, but they're probably retiring the bundles as well, so you'll just have to buy the stamp and the dies separately. So if you wanted to get the 10% off buying the bundle of the die and the stamps, you should do that before the end of the year, because when they're gone, they're gone. So we're keeping our jar of flowers. Yay! We're also keeping our sunflowers. Yay! I really like the sunflowers. This is my favorite. A Wish for Everything is staying. And a Wild Rose, this one right here, retiring. It's on page 15. We're retiring our Butterfly Wishes, which, they came out with the butterfly bouquet. So I'm not quite surprised by that. But the Butterfly Wishes is retiring. We're keeping our Mountain Air, which for me being in the foothills of the Cascades, I'm thrilled about that. We're keeping Painted Poppies, another happy for me. The Peaceful Moments is staying as well as their die sets, but the bundle pricing will be gone. We're keeping Daisy Lane and retiring Under My Umbrella, and the punch for Under My Umbrella will be retiring as well. Our Timeless Tulips will be retiring. Our Lovely You, it says it's retiring, but they are actually carrying this over. They're going to be changing the item number, so don't fret over this one. It is staying in the catalog, and so is our punch. Dress to Impress is staying in the catalog. Again, we're leaving our Sweet Collection of the World of Good. It will be going away. And you will also be retiring our dies and our World of Good stamp set. Our High Tide is retiring. Our Geared Up Garage and our Game On, they're retiring as well. A lot of our men's stuff is retiring, which is sad. Campology is going to stick around. And this kind of saddens me, and I'm not really surprised by it, because Rooted in Nature is retiring. I love this set, but I don't find I use it very often, which is sad. But they're retiring this and the dies with that, which it was a pretty expensive set, so not quite surprised. We're keeping our Sailing Home set, which my husband would probably love, because he loves all those ships and boats. A Good Man is staying in, and we're retiring our Loyal Leaves on page 32. I believe we're keeping Whiskey Business. Not quite sure. I didn't run across it, so I think we're keeping it. Another heartbreaker, though, is the Good Morning Magnolia. The set and the dies are retiring. Very sad day, especially for our NOLA peeps that love our magnolias. I know I do, and they're so great for a sympathy card. We're retiring our Right Triangle set. And the Seaside Notions. We will be keeping our Timeless Tropical. There's a die set that goes with this, and it will be staying in as well. We're retiring Parcels and Petals, the dies, and the stamps. Retiring Today's Tiles. This was such a cool set. I really wanted to get it. I never did. So since it's retiring, probably won't go back and get it since I won't be able to use it. I love it, but, you know, there is that. They're retiring Here's a Card, which if you don't have sentiments and you like sentiments, I suggest getting this. This is a really great sentiment set. I mean, the sentiments for birthdays are just wonderful. We're retiring our Playful Pets collection, but we are keeping our Playful Pets and the dies in the catalog. And the Many Mates on page 43 is retiring as well. And on page 44, we're losing everything on this page. Our Pretty Parasols, which matches our Umbrella Punch, that's retiring. Our Itty Bitty Greetings, they're retiring, which I use these a lot. I have them, and I will probably still use them a lot, retired or not. So Happy on page 45 is retiring. Well Said. This is another stamp set with sentiments and written word that you can cut out with the die cuts. I love it, but again, retiring, and I don't find myself pulling it out very often. The Seaside View is retiring as well, and so is Framed for You. I'm not really sure about this one anyway, so I'm not surprised. We're losing Basket of Blooms. And the Hip Hip Hooray is going to be staying in the catalog. We're losing our His Love. And we're keeping the Blossoms in Bloom and all of the dies that come with that, which I'm really thankful for. It's super simple, a great card that can go just like that. Monogram Messages on page 52 will be retiring, as is everything on page 53. The So Much Love and the Celebration of Tags. Those will be retiring as well. Our Zoo Globe will be retiring on page 54, as well as our Borders Abound on page 55. I really should start this catalog with what's actually staying, is the way I feel. My Meadow on page 56 is retiring. Rusty Retreat and Peaceful Bows are retiring on page 57. Both of those items. Kind of sad. And our Christmas Snowfront and Still Scenes on page 58 are retiring. We are keeping our Nature's Beauty. This is a great little set for those winter scenes. We're retiring our Toil Christmas with the Cardinal. It's retiring this year. We are keeping our Perfectly Plaid. Plaid seems to be an in thing. And we're retiring our Winter Woods. This really saddens me. I really like this set. And those trees are fabulous. Itty Bitty Christmases. This is one of those sets that I'm probably going to go ahead and order, even though it's retiring. I like the sentiments at it. I mean, they're always going to be good. Like, no peeking till Christmas. Thinking of you at Christmas. I always seem to want to use that sentiment all the time on the inside of a card. And I don't have it. So I really need to get that. Tags is retiring. And Snowman Sneezin' on page 63 is going to stay. We're going to have that in our annual catalog. And then when you move on to page 64, it takes us out of our Christmas seasons. We're moving to the Ornate Garden. And the entire suite, to purchase it all together, is retiring. We are keeping in our Thank You Ornate Thanks. This is staying. The dies for this, the borders, are not staying. So there will no longer be a bundle. And our Ornate Style, the one over here with the flowers, that is retiring as well. But our Ornate Layers are staying in the catalog, which I'm really happy about that. And if you move on to page 68, we're keeping our Forever Blossoms. Those are really pretty. These go great with the Parisian bouquet that we had last year. Strong and Beautiful is another beautiful sentiment set for those women in your life. You know, resilient, strong, and beautiful. That's perfect for any mother. And I have this set. I'm really glad I have it because I would be sad. And then we're retiring one of my favorite heart sets, the Meant to Be, and all the dies that come with it. It's on page 69. This says Broken Heart for Mamie. And if you move on to page 70, we are retiring our Flowering Blooms. I believe this set might be carrying over with a new number. So we'll have to double check on this one. But we are retiring our petals, Path of Petals, and Healing Hugs on page 72. I'm very sad about this because we were going to use it for our quarterly meeting, but it is retiring. Dandelion Wishes. But we have all the new dandelion things that have come out that will be perfect anyway, so we'll still be good. Our Round of Applause is retiring. And sadly, our So Sentimental and all of the dies are retiring as well on page 74. Page 75, Heartfelt is retiring as well. The bundle is retiring, but I believe they're keeping in the punches. Heart to Heart on page 76 is retiring. And then when you get to page 77, we're retiring our Beauty Abounds and our Just a Little Lace, which, sad, very, very sad, because we're retiring the dies that go with all of those. And when you move on to page 78, we're retiring our Massive Thanks. Might be another one that I go and get because it's got a bunch of thanks. And I send out thank you cards, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 at a time. So that's nice to have a variation of thankful sentiments. Butterfly Gala on page 79, along with See the Good. Those are both retiring. The Butterfly Duet Punch is also retiring. That matches this. If you go to page 80, they're retiring both the stamp sets there, Last a Lifetime and So Inviting. We're retiring Posted for You, just the stamp set. I believe the actual punch will stay. And when you get to the Peony Garden, they're going to retire to purchase the whole suite at once. But our prize peony is staying in the catalog, as is our Freebird on page 85. That makes me very happy. If you go to page 86, Beautiful Moments is staying and Grace's Garden is retiring along with the dies. But we are keeping our Positive Thoughts in page 87, and the dies that go with the Positive Thoughts are going to stay in the catalog. Page 88, Comfort and Hope are retiring, as well as both the items on page 89, Country Home and Harvest Hellos. If you move on to page 90, we're going to retire our Ridiculously Awesome, which, sad because I have this set and I use it all the time. Especially like this, Let Faith be bigger than your fear. I love that sentiment. And then if you move on to page 91, they're retiring the bundle for Nothing's Better Than. And it's the chocolate and the cookies and cocktails. They're retiring the bundle. But the actual stamp sets are staying, as well are the dies. Page 92, we're going to keep Back on Your Feet, which is so cute. I have it. I love it. Page 93, From All of Us Will Stay, and Someone Special Will Retire. With the dies as well. If you go to page 94, you'll no longer be able to purchase the entire Whale of a Time suite, but you can purchase the Whale Done stamp and punch separately. You'll no longer get the 10% off for that. And all of the DSP is retiring for that as well. Page 97, A Grandkid is moving over. We're going to get to keep that one. Page 98, we're retiring both the Dino Days and the Wildly Happy, and as well as moving along in page 99. If you move to page 100, our Playing with Patterns is going to retire the entire suite, and they're retiring the stamps, the dies, the entire suite. It's all retiring. If you move to page 103, we're keeping our Happiest of Birthdays stamp set up here. That's going to stay in the catalog. Page 104, we're retiring our Zany Zebras and our Hooray to You. Page 105, we are going to keep the Way to Goat, because you know, you're the greatest of all time. Because it is the greatest of all time. And then page 106, we're retiring the Family Party, and we're also retiring Itty Bitty Birthdays on page 107. We're going to keep the senior ones in here, which is kind of good. I feel like I'm moving right along and becoming part of this little group. I don't want to be that. I don't. Whoever wants to get old. If you go to the Forever Greenery suite on page 108, you will no longer be able to purchase the suite or the paper or any of the things that go with it, but you will still be able to get the stamps and the dies. They are going to carry those over. Yay! If you move to page 111, we are retiring our Sending Sunshine. I'm sad I didn't see more done with this. I mean, the cards are beautiful. I've done a few, but I'm just sad to see that we didn't do more with it. Page 112 on By the Dock and Band Together. Those are going to both retire this catalog. And if you go to page 113, Embrace Each Moment is retiring as well. On page 114, Very Versailles is going to stay in our catalog, which I have a lot of customers who have this one. And we are going to be retiring our Beautiful Friendship on page 115. Sad to Me, we're going to be retiring our Bloom and Grow dies and stamp sets. And we're going to retire our Field of Flowers on page 117. If you move on to page 118, this is one that I am very happy to see retired. I could never figure out what to do with it. And it's finally going to just go rest. And it's going to be retired. The dies and everything with it are going to, actually it's a punch, retiring it. Inspiring Iris is retiring. I've thought about getting this because I do like irises. It was my husband's sister's favorite flower, and we used it in our wedding. On page 119, Woven Heirlooms will retire. Page 120, our Birds and Branches will retire. And on page 121, All Things Fabulous will carry over. And the In Good Taste, amazingly, the paper and the dies and the stamp set are going to carry over. So, yay, if you didn't get it and you love that paper, it's coming back. Woohoo! On page 125, the swirly frames, they are going to retire. And page 126, we're going to retire our fancy phrases. And they're retiring one of the little tag topper punches. The scallop tag topper punch will be retiring. And Arrange a Wreath is retiring as well. As is A Friend Like You on page 128. If you get to page 129, both the Garden Shed and A Waterfront are retiring as well. Go to page 130. Artistry in Bloom will no longer be available as a suite. And the hand-drawn blooms are coming back, but they will be a different item number. So I have them marked retired, but they're really not. The Best Year is retiring, as well as the Best Year bundle, the plaid, perfect plaid. That whole suite is retiring, the dies and the stamps. A Walk in the Woods on page 134. A Field Journal on page 135 are retiring. We are keeping our Queen Anne's lace right here. Page 136, Textured Essentials and Silhouette Scenes are retiring. Now, the Silhouette Scenes has some perfectly wonderful dies that go with it. I may have to get the dies. Not so concerned about those, but the dies are really pretty. Like, this is one of the dies right here. Page 137, we're retiring our Palette Thoughts. If you go to page 138, I have all of these marked as retired, but they're not. The Buffalo Check is retiring, the All Wired Up is retiring, and the Camouflage is retiring. The Birch, Dry Brush, and Stack Stone will have new item numbers. So you'll be able to order with these item numbers, but when the new item numbers come available, you won't be able to order them anymore with that item number. You'll have to look it up in the catalog. Page 139, Make a Difference. It's retiring. It makes great words and sentiments, and, you know, it's fun to mix up your own letters. Then we're going to move on to our colors. Now, all of our in colors, the Rococo Rose, the Tile, Terracotta Tile, Pretty Peacock, Seaside Spray, and Purple Posy. Everything in those colors that we have, retiring. So if there's a favorite color you have, you want to stock up. And I know Rococo Rose is on the top list of being almost out. That means all of our paper, all of our DSPs are going to retire. Designer Series papers in every color. They're going to come out with a new pattern for those Designer Series papers. Those will all retire. And all of the DSPs except for In Good Taste will retire. This is the only one that will stay. So all the rest of these lovely papers that you can get, they're going to go take a nap. Same with page 150. All of these are going to retire. They come out with new in colors and new designs for your papers. And then when you get into the tools, they're going to retire our mini pizza boxes, our mini shipping boxes, our mini paper pumpkin boxes, and our clear tiny treat boxes. We'll also be retiring Forever Gold Laser DSP. We're retiring some brass, champagne, gold, and silver foil sheets. They're retiring our many Memories and More Flowers for Every Season pack because it's in the in colors. We're retiring Flowers for Every Season Memories and More card pack over here. This is the envelopes. And when you get to your embellishments, I'm just going to go randomly down the list. We're going to retire Frosted Clear Epoxy Drops, Gold Hoops, Star Designer Embellishments, Woven Thread Sequence, Gold Glitter Enamel Dots, Butterfly Gems, Antique Corners and Slides. That's on page 156 and 157. Go to page 158. We're retiring Flowers for Every Season Gems, In Good Taste Elements, Whale of a Time Sequence, Snow Globe Shaker Domes, Playful Pet Trinkets, and In Color Enamel Dots. That's there. And then you go on to the ribbon. Page 160. Retiring all of the In Color ribbon for all of, basically most of our ribbon will rearrange. I'm just going to tell you what we're going to keep. We're going to keep the Playful Pets combo pack. Linen thread, scallop lace trim, shimmer ribbon, metallic edge ribbon, crinkled seam binding, faux suede trim, reversible, the Old Navy and Pretty Peacock. We're going to keep that too. And it looks like we might even keep the Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack. They're retiring tear and tape adhesive. That's probably because you can go to Amazon and get it as well. Flip on over to page 168, and if you haven't gotten a Stamparatus bag and you want one, they're retiring that. And they're retiring the foam mat for the Stamparatus. And then they're retiring punches. Going like crazy. Retiring circle punches, all 3 sizes. The Butterfly Duet, the Balloon Bouquet, Small Blossom, and the Detailed Trio punch. The Pine Tree is staying because we've got the other Pine Tree. Timeless Label is retiring. Classic Label is retiring. Banner Triple and Scallop Topper and the Story Label. They're all retiring. You get over to page 167. The Dog Builder, the Perennial Flower, the Umbrella Builder, the Vase Builder, and the Apple Builder. All retiring. Let's see. Timeless Tulips, that's staying. That's all the punches. Then we're going to get into the Arrange a Wreath. The entire thing is the dies and all are wreath. Most of the dies I've already told you about that are retiring. See if there's any particular dies that you wouldn't know about that are retiring. The stitched labeled dies are retiring. The So Sweetly labeled dies. Layering ovals. I don't understand this. And layering squares and layering circles. And the stitched layering dies. They're all retiring. And there's no replacement for these. So if you haven't gotten them, and stitched rectangles. Oh no, the stitched rectangles are staying. I'm so sorry. Our stitched nested labels and our stitched lace. Those are all retiring. There's no replacement for any of those. So be sure to check the list that I've posted on my Facebook page and on my blog so that you can get a complete list. Now the retiring embossing folders. Absolutely Argyle, Dainty Diamonds, Laced 3D, Little Details, Woodland Embossing Folder, the 3D Tin Tile, Subtles 3D, very sad, Seabed 3D, Scripty 3D, Pine Woods Planks, Parisian Flourish, and Old World Paper. All of those embossing folders are retiring. And then all of our Hostess stamp sets, Summer Days and Touched My Heart, will retire as well. And that's very sad. This made me cry. I pulled them all out. I have a stack of stuff, and I was very upset. Now I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in our mini catalog here. It won't take us long, I promise. Be quiet, Pops. Okay, we're retiring on page 7. Our Hello Dear Friend, the entire suite, and You're Amazing. Both of them are retiring, 6 and 7. And page 9, all the kits. items in the catalog will retire. The Love You Always suite, the entire thing is retiring. The Forever and Always bundle might still be there, but all of the DSP, yeah, we're keeping number 1, Always in My Heart. That's the only one that's carrying over out of this entire suite. Sad day for those of us who like black and white paper and like these flowers. These flowers are beautiful in this set. This set right here, I love the flowers. Retiring it. But they're going to keep this one in. Go figure. Page 12 and page 15, all of it, retiring. Said day. Valentine keepsakes, sweet little Valentine cards and more, retired. Not really surprising. They generally retire everything for Valentine's Day and come out with new stuff. Kangaroo and Company and the dies, retiring, gone. Hydrangea Hill is coming over, but you'll no longer be able to get the bundle price. So if you wanted a bundle price, I suggest you order it now before before the catalog is gone, because you won't be able to get the price. So that's carrying over. The wrapped bouquet and the dies, retiring. Springtime Joy and Gift of Hope, retiring. This one breaks just gets my goat. It's only been out a couple of months. Got out early. You couldn't keep it in stock. And it's all retiring. The Quite Curvy and the dies, gone. I don't understand it sometimes. You're going to get back to the Dandy Garden, and everything is retiring in the suite except the Garden Wishes bundle and the Dragonfly Garden bundle. Those are going to stay. You're going to have the punches and the dies. This is all going to be in the catalog. Go to page 28, retiring. It's the Happy Thoughts. It's retiring. And this one I was really considering getting some brushed blooms. I've seen a couple of things I really liked done with it, and I was going to go ahead and buy it, and they're retiring it. So as a demonstrator, it's not cost effective for me to turn around and buy it. Bordering backgrounds are retiring. I believe the Wild Rose is coming back with a different item number. It says retired, but it's coming back with a different item number. Pretty Perennials and the Perennial Dies are retiring on page 31. The Fine Art Floral, everything in Fine Art Floral except the dies and the stamps on page 34 are retiring. So you'll no longer have the DSP. You will be able to get the gilding and the heat emboss. So the heat emboss and the gilding, you'll still be able to get that. The Many Messages is carrying over along with the die, but you will no longer be able to get the bundle price. And here's the little... I can't give you tidbits. I was going to give you a tidbit about it, but I'm not allowed to give you tidbits. Not yet. Page 36, Tranquil Thoughts and Tranquil Dies, retiring. Page 37, the Treasure Medallion is retiring, but we're going to carry over that punch that went with that. That will carry over for us. Page 38, Circle Dies, retiring. This is another one of those sets that I was like, I'm going to get that. That's really cool. I could use that as a moon, and I kind of like this. Retiring it. Again, doesn't make sense for a demonstrator. Simply Succulent, they're carrying this whole thing over. You won't be able to get the bundle price once the catalog is closed. Sand and Sea, they are going to carry this over. You will no longer be able to get the stickers or the Sand and Sea paper. We are carrying over the opal rounds, the stamp set, the dies, the pearlescent paper, and the embossing folder. So those are things you can get, but again, you will no longer be able to get the bundled price. On page 43, that entire suite of Friendly Flamingo and dies are retiring. Page 44 is carrying over our Sweet Strawberry. And if you got the Celebration Kit, so you would have that too, but it is carrying over. Page 45, In Bloom, is retiring, and along with the Pierce Bloom dies. Page 46, which I know most of you know I have this, the entire suite is retiring. Page 47, Oh Snap, retiring. The Ice Cream Corner. On page 49, they are keeping the ice cream and the punch. That will stay, but we're retiring the ribbon, the sprinkles, and the paper. Page 50, the Hey Girlfriend is retiring. And all of this stuff on 51, pretty birthday dies and prettiest birthday, retiring. And page 52, we're carrying the Hey Birthday Chick over. That one, yay. Thumbs up from me because I've got this set and it's really cute. The dies will carry over as well. Page 53, Woodland Wonders. It's not carrying over. Snail Mail. The entire suite retired. All of it. Everything. Dies, paper, stamp set, everything. Gone. I'm not too concerned. I didn't buy it. Page 56, Homemade for You is not retiring. It's coming back. The Clever Clasps, though, are going to retire. Page 57, the Delicate Petals and the Lacy Petal dies that match, retiring. Page 58, if you are a window builder and you like windows, this whole suite is coming back. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to get the bundle, but it is coming back, so you'll have that to look forward to. And I have no clue why. I don't understand it. Have not met a demonstrator yet that really likes Enjoy the Moment, but it's coming back. Can you tell me why? What is it about this that inspires you? I really would like to know because it doesn't inspire me. I've made a couple of cards with it because I forced myself to, but it's coming back. I'll have to pull it back out. I'll have to force myself again. And on to page 60. We're retiring Wonderful As You. And page 61. Floating and Fluttering dies. They are retiring. Not really surprised. Page 62. Flowering Vine dies and Vine Design is retiring. And page 63. Back to back blooms and the dies retiring. Page 64. The Baby Pull Toys retiring, and page 65, Oval Occasions are retiring. Page 66, Well Suited Suite will no longer be available, but you will be able to get the Well Suited stamps and dies. They will no longer be available in a bundle. So if you want that bundle price, you'll need to order it. Page 68, the entire suite. It's going away. Page 69, A Cut Above, it's retiring as well. It's a good one for our Father's Days. Page 70, Soaring Confidently retiring, and Treasures of Life, which I like this one. I really like this image right here, the hand and it's retired. It's inspired by our $1 million sales achiever of Gail Murray. I may have to go ahead and order that one. Page 72, Hot Dog, retiring. I think we're carrying over the Whimsy dies. I'm not positive. It's not one I remember seeing. Let's see. And that is all out of the catalog. It's going to go into just the bundles, in which we've already marked all of those off. So that's all of those. And it's raining now, so the connection's liable to get really crappy in a little while. So I'm going to let this go, but I promised you I would let you know. So those are the things that are going to retire. If there's something that you wanted and wanted a cheap bundle price, get it while you get a chance, because otherwise when they're gone, they're gone. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'm hoping that my next live will be much better, and I won't be able to post it to Facebook anymore because for some reason it's just pretty crappy. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. We'll see you next time. Bye.